yesterday. Ooh, 'cause we're worlds apart, but just the same. Step up and watch it break down. You really want it? Wanna make a scene? Show me what you mean. Let's get it started. Let me see what you got. Can you pick it up a notch? Don't think you got it. Can't handle the pressure yet. Oh, stop talking about it. Gotta make this count. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to say?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cryolophosaurus, and I'm here today to talk about the new Papo 2017 Prehistoric range releases for 2017. And as you can see up here on the screen, they're all in a collective. I could not find individual images for them. Really, I'm really sorry. Look, I've looked everywhere. I've looked everywhere. Could not find them. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we've got them on screen here, and I'm going to look at them. So first up, we've got one of the repaints, and it's the blue Velociraptor. Now, this at first it doesn't look different from the Toys R Us exclusive that was released, I think back in it was early 20. I think it was late 2015. I have that figure still. I still have that figure along with the T-Rex, but I'm going to say that this is actually different. And I'll tell you why, because the snout, the area where there's the premaxilla and the maxilla, that area should be really should be grey, but it's white on this figure, so this could indicate that it's maybe a male. But I'm probably not. I'm not getting this figure. There's not much to talk about it. There's really not that much. So yeah, that's my opinion on the raptor. Then I'm going to talk about the blue Oviraptor, and I'm not gonna lie, but the colour scheme on this looks good. It does look good. It's just a shame it hasn't got feathers on it. And it's just the whole scales thing. I would buy this if I was a big fan of the whole not walking with dinosaurs. If I really wanted like an Oviraptor, because if you look in the film Disney's Dinosaur, the Oviraptor in that is similar to the Papo one, but this one, no, just no. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. So that's the repaints over and done with. On to the next figure, which is going to be the Polacanthus, and I believe this is a Polacanthus foxi. Now, I have seen this figure before. I saw pictures of this figure beforehand, before Papo released the actual images, but at first I was just like, that can't be by Papo. I was like, it looks really good. It looks on Papo standards, but I don't think it's by Papo. It's just too colourful. And then Papo said, oh yeah, this is ours. But from the angle, the head, it looks a bit squashed, but to be honest, as you can see in the promo picture, the neck spines, they're curling towards the actual shoulders. So that shows the head is kind of curled round. I like this. I like the stance. I like the muscularity on the animal. It looks really stout. Looks like a tank, which is good. The spikes look really nice. They're quite prominent. I love the shield above the hip area, above the sacrum, which is really nice. But apart from that, it's just another Ankylosaurid figure, pretty much. But it's not a bad figure. But I couldn't believe that Papo are actually going for a vibrant colour like Ankylosaur this year, which is really something that I wasn't expecting, because last year I thought was a poor year for Papo. In my opinion, I thought it was a poor year. They didn't really catch my eye. Well, they caught my eye with the Caprosuchus and the Velociraptor, and that's it. That's it. Literally, that is it. The Baryonyx was really poor. The Baryonyx was a big letdown, but I think now they're redeeming themselves, which is brilliant. So, on to the next figure, which will be the Smilodon, the roaring Smilodon. A lot of people apparently are not happy about this figure. Well, they're kind of meh about this figure, but I find this figure actually I find it really cool. I like this figure. I do like this figure, and I'll tell you why. Now, yeah, the main, yeah, it's not. But however, it could have. The thing is that the main, it looks big on this, but it could be a lot slimmer. So it could just have that as like long hair, basically, because that's pretty much what a mane is. It's just longer hair. The teeth seem to be protruding out a bit further than they should do. It looks like as if they're actually moving by themselves, which is stupid. But the detail on the face, the scrunching of the face, is awesome. The muscularity in the arms is quite cool. The claws on the left hand, they look a bit goofy, but I think that's just due to the promo picture, because Papo, they don't do the best promo pictures in my opinion. They don't really show off the figure in its full, prowess, in its full glory. So that's a bit of a shame on Papo's part, but I think they'll get better in the future. But this figure looks actually nice. It does look nice. Now I've heard that Smilodon probably didn't have a mane, but I don't know. By evolutionary standards, it's kind of impractical, but it don't matter. Maybe I'll get over it. Maybe I'll buy this figure. I don't know. Next figure I probably will buy. I'd actually like to buy this. It's the cave bear that they've done. And this has surprised me, but I don't think Papo have ever done a prehistoric bear, if I remember. Now, this bear looks really cool. Now, some people have been calling it Arctodus. I know Spino did reviews call it Arctodus, but cave bear isn't actually Arctodus. Cave bear is of the Ursus genus, which is basically where the polar bear, the grizzly brown bears, the black bears come from, basically. I think it's a bit larger than the brown bear, but not as... a bit larger than the brown bear, bit more muscular, definitely had some differentiations in the skulls and the body, and also, as you can see there, the hindquarters seem to slope back a bit more than usual bears, and the rump, basically above the shoulders, is just huge on this bear. It looks like as if it's built like proper. It looks built like a tank. The coloration on the face is the interesting part in my opinion. I do actually like that. It looks pretty good. But basically, with this bear, is that it's just something different. It is honestly different. I mean, a bear. It's a bear, but it's a cool bear, because prehistoric bears that used to live in the Ice Age are pretty cool, because they're so big, so muscular, so powerful. And the cave bear is no exception. But this figure, it really does the cave bear species justice, which is Ursus Spelele, I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't really pronounce it, but that's basically what the cave bear is, and this figure is just amazing. I mean, the muscularity on the legs, the size of the feet on this thing is huge. The claws are prominent, which is really nice. The face is great, and just all of the muscularity of this actual figure is brilliant. So that's my opinion on that. On to the next figure, which is going to be the Dimorphodon. Basically it's just Jurassic World Dimorphodon. So if you're a fan of Jurassic World, buy this figure. I don't like the kind of shrink wrapping around the eyes, where the lacrimal and the post-orbital area is, the region of that, basically the region of that figure's head. It's not really oof. And the teeth, they seem a bit goofy to me. They do seem a bit goofy, which is a shame. The tail is not bad. The tail's not bad. It looks pretty nice, though I wouldn't have had it that flexible. The wings, they shouldn't really be having that sharp tip. They should be more rounded. The wings should be I think the wings should actually be longer, in my opinion. And the feet are actually accurate. Well, to a degree. They've got that little toe that curls backwards, which is accurate. They have got pigment fibres on this one, which is quite nice, at least they're acknowledging that. But I think Papo are just good at doing like Jurassic Park style animals, but as well as like their own like interpretations, which is good, it's good, but this Dimorphodon, probably not getting, so nah, alright, thanks. On to the next figure, which is the Cryolophosaurus. Now I'm still on the edge about this one. The only thing that kind of like gets me about this figure is that it's tripod, but it looks like it's in a kind of defensive position, and basically it looks like as if it's from a lot of people said it looks like it's from Dinosaur Revolution, but I actually see a resemblance in a figure called the Sideshow Ceratosaurus. If you go and look at that figure, you might see some resemblance in it, but this figure, for such an exotic and such a bizarre theropod, is just brilliant. It looks fantastic. The colour scheme on it is beautiful. The sculpting is fantastic. It looks like there might be some shrink wrapping around the head. You can clearly, you can just faintly see the antorbital fenestra in the orbit. It's got spikes on it, but I do like the tiger stripes on the tail. That's quite nice. So I might be getting this figure. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But it's a good figure. It's a good figure. I will give it its props. Next up is a figure that actually really surprised everyone. It's the Ceratosaurus. Now, I believe, from the looks of it, this one might be a Dinosaurus. I think it's a Ceratosaurus Dinosaurus. It might be this one. Don't know. It might be a Nasocornis. I don't know. It's just the deep skull and the size of the nasal horn, and the muscularity of the animal looks. It just screams Dinosaurus. The tail looks short in this picture, but I think in the figure it'll actually be long because it does curl. Now it's kind of bowing down a bit, but I don't mind that. I really do not mind that. The coloration is just fantastic on this figure. I think it will look really nice going next to an Allosaurus or something like that, or maybe even the Stegosaurus, which would be brilliant. There's obviously shrink wrapping around the skull, but it doesn't really matter. The bony the bony coating, the keratin coating, whatever it is that's on the horns, is quite interesting. I do like that. That kind of just really pronounces the animal as a whole as, look at my horns are amazing. Give them a lick. The osteoderms are really cool as well. The feet actually look nice. I love it how it's just like got 1 foot off the ground. The arms do look a bit long. The hands look a bit big, actually, proportionally. They look a bit big and fat, but I don't mind that. But yeah, it's just a great looking figure. I love the blue stripes. I love the green colour. Looks really nice, but I think it'll be a bit duller when you get the actual figure in hand because I think they kind of enhance the figures to make them look really good. But it doesn't matter. So, on to the final figure, which is the confirmed. Well, it was confirmed beforehand, but it's the Acrocanthosaurus. And the first thing I'm going to note is that this thing is bowing down like the Ceratosaurus. But there's another thing that I want to note is that, to be honest, I haven't heard anybody actually say this. Well, at least I don't think. But its paint scheme is pretty much exactly the same as the colour variant of both T-Rexes. You know. Does anybody realise that now? Please? I don't want to be the only one. Oh, Papo. Ooh, I don't know what to say. I like it. I do like it. It's just that paint scheme. It's just... Oh, Papo. Papo. But to be honest, it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, it's really a small deal. And to be honest, from the promo picture, what I said about that enhancement, these colours could be actually completely different from what I'm like looking at now. The look of the actual sculpt is great. It just looks brilliant. Now I think if you were to put this with the Cryolophosaurus, you could actually have like a diorama piece, which would be really funny because I'd just love to see what would happen if like this, if you put them next to each other and it's like Acro is like, Rah! And then Cryolophosaurus is like, oh my god, get away from me, you know. But that's about it for me. I think this year, well, not this year, sorry, next year's Papo line is fantastic. All the figures here are absolutely beautiful. The main figure that's really got my eye and really got me interested this year, that's hard. But I might have to actually go with either the Acrocanthosaurus. I love the colours of it. I love the coloration. I mean, it's just a shame they use the same coloration as the colour variant T-Rexes. But I love the sculpt. The sculpt looks good. It looks great. So it's between the four that I'm probably gonna, the 5 that I'm probably gonna end up getting. It's probably, I think I'd have to rank it as Smilodon at the bottom, the cave bear above it, then the Ceratosaurus above that, and then it's a tie between the Cryolophosaurus and the Acrocanthosaurus. But we'll have to see. But I think I'm probably not getting the Polacanthus. But then again, if new promo pictures come out and show it to be in a better light, then maybe. But I don't know. But if I had to drop one of the figures, I'd have to say I'd drop the Smilodon. But it doesn't. But yeah, basically that's my opinion. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my opinions. If you got any opinions, comment down in the comment section below. Now just remember, these are my opinions, so they're not right. So don't start spouting crap, because I don't care. I don't care about your opinion. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you later. Bye bye.